Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today we will discuss feature scaling using standardization. In my previous video, already I explained what is feature scaling and how to do it using normalization. Feature scaling means bringing all columns to a similar scale so that no other feature dominates other. Okay, which means suppose I have age column 18 to 60, salary column 20,000 to 1 lakh. When we will build machine learning model and when we will use some algorithms, then it will give more importance to this because this column has the value like 20,000 to 1 lakh, which is much higher than this value. So it will give more importance to this, which is wrong in our case. So to counter this, in previous video, I used normalization. It basically scales the data to 0 to 1 form. Okay. So in this video, we will discuss how to perform feature scaling using standardization. Okay. Standardization is also a method of doing feature scaling, which brings all columns to the same scale. Okay. It converts data so that mean becomes 0 and standard deviation becomes 1. So it uses this mathematical expression z is equal to x minus mu upon sigma. Is your original value. Mu is equal to your mean and sigma is your standard deviation. How much data is deviating from the mean value. X minus mu gives the distance between the mean value and the your actual value. Okay. So why do we use standardization? Suppose I have two columns in my data, height and weight. In my height column, there are values 1.5 to 1.8, and in weight column, I have values like 50 to 90. When you will use logistic regression, SVM, KNN for building machine learning models, then it will give more importance to this weight column because weight column's value is much higher than this. So it is wrong in our case because both columns are useful for us. Okay. So to counter this problem, we will use standardization in today's video. First, look at the data. In this data, I will basically scale the data of these two columns using standardization. Okay. I will show you how we can do it using Python. So for Python and for coding purpose, we will use Jupyter Lab. Please download Anaconda Navigator. In my system, it is already downloaded. When you will download Anaconda Navigator, just search Anaconda prompt. Just search Anaconda prompt. Write CD. Give your file location. Give your file location. Control V. Enter. Write Jupyter Lab. Press enter. Navigated Jupyter Lab into my browser. Good. I will rename this. This is my eighth lecture. Eighth lecture feature scaling standardization. Okay. Center. First, I will import some required libraries. Import numpy as np. Import pandas as pd. Import matplotlib. Matplotlib dot pyplot as plt for plotting some graph. Okay. So first I will do. Okay. df is equal to pd dot read as csv because I have csv file. If you have Excel file, then write Excel. Just right click, copy path, control V, check your data using by seeing first three rows. Like three. So my data gets loaded, and these are my first three rows. Okay. So I will first copy my data into a new variable first, just to show you by plotting some graph. Sorry, copy. Okay, I have copied this df data into df4. Okay, now I will perform standardization for these two columns. Okay, first I will import, sorry, from Scikit-learn dot preprocessing import standard scalar, okay, press enter, plus enter. Now suppose I will make a object to call standard scalar. I have made an object. Okay, now which columns I want to basically scale, height and weight. So I will just take df double braces, square braces, height and weight. Okay, is equal to, I will call my object to call standard scalar dot fit transform fit transform df. I will just copy this. Okay, so what we are doing here, I'm calling standard scalar to fit for these two columns. Okay, it will scale the data for these two columns. Okay, so fit means it will learn the unique values of all unique values of height and weight, and transform will transform these values, or we can say scale these values into 0 to 1 form. Okay, so just hit plus enter. Okay, now suppose I will write, I will check my df. Now see your height and weight column. It has basically scaled the data. Now here it has value. It had values like this, height and for height and weight. Now see the value it has scaled for height and weight. See, these are my new values. Okay, it basically scaled the data. Now my algorithms will treat both columns equally. It will not give more importance to any column. Okay, it will treat equally to all columns. I will I will show you by plotting a graph also before and after. df before, because I have not interrupted df before. I have copied directly df data into this. Okay, so my df data is affected, not df before. Okay, suppose take height column, height and weight column. Okay, plt.x label. height. Same I will give for y label. Okay. I will give a title for my graph before standardization. Okay. Before standardization. Before. Okay. Now PLT dot show. See. But don't look at this. This is your just value. Look at these values 160, 140, 120, 100, and look at this 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. Okay. Now I will plot a graph after standardization. Okay. So I have standardization in DF data. So I will just edit this by DF from DF before. Okay. And I will write after standardization. After standardization. Okay. Got it? Now, look at the value 3210 minus 2 minus 101. Okay, so this is how values get changed. Okay, it has scaled our both columns. So, this is how standardization works. Okay, so that's all in this video. Thank you.